Hello MTV, welcome to my crib. So, I just bought myself, well, it was about a month ago now, but I bought myself a cabin in the Canadian woods, and I just wanted to give a little property tour and explain some of my plans with it. So, it's got a bit of a long driveway, and one of the first storms we had here, we actually had a tree fall across the driveway, barely missing my car and barely missing the propane tank. So you can expect a video of me removing that in the future. Got the property on this side. It only goes to about where you see, and then it's the neighbor's house. So unfortunately, I'm not quite as remote as I had hoped. And then I'll start by giving you a tour of our first shed. This is Elvis Presley Boulevard. Unlock it here. So it's just a little shed. It's got some bricks, some wood, more bricks, more wood, an icebreaker, and some oil. When we first got here, that was the shed they had the snowblower in. First major snowfall we had, I came out here, tried to start it up, and unfortunately it wouldn't get going. So we had to take it out of there and bring it over to that shed over there, which will be the next place I give you a tour of. Ground's a bit slippery and I'm not wearing winter boots, just some rubber boots. It's a little bit dark in this one because they do have lights, but we don't have the correct kind of bulb for it. So that's the snowblower. It came with the house. And unfortunately, let me just prop this door open so I can have light while I show it off. Unfortunately, what happened with the snowblower is it had sat so long with a bit of bad gas that the fuel hose, it melted, and now it's like you can see it leaves residue on my hand. It's all gooey and gummy. So I bought new fuel hose for that. I just need to find time to install it, and I'll have a little bit easier time dealing with my driveway after that. Let's see what's behind door number 2. So right now we're just using this for storage for some of the stuff that the previous owners left behind. Stuff that we couldn't really use and either needs to go to a thrift store or get thrown out. We'll deal with that later though. Technically my car isn't road legal because it's not inspected. And then door number 3 is the wood shop. I've been seeing tracks like this around today. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but when we get to the front door I can show you there's a bunch more. And in here we actually do have a working light. 2 of them. The bulbs in there suck, so I'll have to replace those. This is where we've got our ride-on lawn tractor. I have no idea if it works because that battery was dead when we got it. We left behind a bunch of stuff, just a lot of stuff. And my plan eventually will be knock this wall down, have this one and that one connected, and then sort of use them as my workshop. So that's the plans in there. This brings us to the back door in the sunroom, which doesn't appear to have an actual foundation, so during the summer I'm gonna have to check under there and see what is up with that. All this here, that was wall siding from the one of the rooms in the house. We're doing a complete renovation in that room, and we didn't want the 70s wood paneling anymore. Not to mention it was already all falling apart. And we've got another shack back here. This one's a little bit worse for wear, but structurally, like, it's still solid and it doesn't leak. You can see, you can't see through the window, it's so dirty, but, and the door is stuck, so I can't open it, but this is gonna be our chicken coop. And then around back, that's just what it looks like from the back. And we've got a little, what I think used to be their log sled. So I actually own these woods back here as well. I'll just take you for a little walk to the edge of my property. Down here, I know it doesn't really look like it, but when everything thaws, there's a little bit of a creek here, a little bit of a water flow. Oh yeah, there you can see it. Look how muddy that is. Gross. All right, so trying to think what the easiest way to get. I imagine it's this way. Just gotta walk through the woods a little bit. Oh, we got some, I think those are rabbit tracks back here. And some droppings too. Definitely looks like rabbit. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I own up to essentially here. There's another property right over there. Before I actually start building any structures, I am going to get a surveyor out here to confirm the property lines. But if we walk over here, you can see that's about the distance from the house. So I got a bit of extra land back here that I'll use for something in the future. I do have plans. So that's the side yard. There's also a lot of property out towards the road. In fact, out towards the road is where we've got most of our land. And then there's the back of the property as well. So this lump here, it's hard to tell because it's covered in snow, but there's a horseshoe pit set up for playing a game of horseshoes. We got more tracks here. We got, maybe those are squirrel. I don't know. I'm not an animal track expert, but I do know we got some squirrels out here, so it makes sense. Got a little tree here too. Not sure what kind. And then as you get to the back of the property, there are some dog prints. Those aren't my dogs. Looks like it belongs to the neighbors. I'm yet to see that dog, but I know it's around there somewhere. So around the back of the property, I don't own that far, but I think I own to like maybe here. So like a couple extra meters. That's about it. And you can see it a lot better from here, the little creek bed over there. So that's a little tour of the property. Next up, I'll show off the house. All right, so we're back at the house. This is the front of the house here. There's actually a couple things I forgot to show you. So up there, we've got a tree. On that same night that the other tree fell, this tree half fell and is headed directly towards our dusk to dawn light there. So we're gonna have to get that down safely and make sure it doesn't fall. I also am joined by our dog. Hey, Blake. He doesn't like the snow, but he likes going outside. It's a little bit of a, he's a little bit of a no-no. And this is our front entryway. Clearly built after the house, so just as an addition. One thing that bugs me is we've got this light in here, but there's no light switch. There's no light switch. I can't turn it on from in here. The way you turn it on is you have to go open the door and turn it on from there. So it's not that nice if you just want to get home and flip on the light. And then this is Salami. She will do anything to get outside, but she is not equipped to handle outside, so she's got to stay inside. Okay. And then this is the front entrance to the house. You got the door, the coat rack. That's the door to the washroom. Over this way, this is just a little front landing. Over here, actually, we've got the hookup for a dryer. Unfortunately, when we got our dryer and we hooked it up, it caught fire. So on the bright side, I got to use a fire extinguisher for the first time in my life. Then through here is the washroom. Got a washing machine in here. It's a little bit cramped with that, so one of the future projects is I want to take these hookups, put them against that wall, remove that door as well. And yeah, that's the washroom. And you've got the dog. He wants to get into the bedroom. Just let him in there. This is the kitchen table. It actually came with the house. Definitely love it. And then for my favorite, probably part of the house here, I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see it better. We've got the fireplace. Right now it's got a propane fireplace, but my plans in the future are to get some wood in there. I originally was planning on leaving it propane, but after running propane for a little while, it's just too expensive. So, and I got a bunch of trees on the property that will have to go anyway. So it's not like I would be spending that much extra money. Over here, we've got the turtle tank. You'll notice there's no turtle in it. We actually only just set this up last night. The turtle's been with my brother up to this point. We'll be grabbing him this weekend, so you'll probably see him in a future video. We've got the fireplace, the stove. Came with the house as well. It's propane. I've never had a propane stove before in my life, so it's actually been pretty cool to cook with that. This came with the house as well. And then our counter space. And then back through here. Right now we're kind of using this room just as storage. What it's going to be in the future though is my office. So I do work from home. I've got a big corner desk. I'm going to put it in this corner. It'll have nice views out the windows and I'll be able to do my work. But for now it's just a little bit of unpacking storage and stuff for the baby. Got a table there too. And then through this door, what this room's gonna be is the baby's room. So right now, it's completely torn apart. This is the room where we got that siding that you saw outside. The cat absolutely loves coming in here because she knows she's not allowed. And yeah, we just need to clean it up and we'll start construction on that pretty soon here within the next couple of weeks. So that'll also be something I film. And I think that's just about everything I have to show today. I was going to go over my plans, but there's, I think, too many plans for me to show off right now. So I'll probably make a separate video just detailing what the plans are with this place and what the goals are. Oh, there's also this. It's a window to the baby's room. A little bit random. All right, well, thank you for hanging out with me.